P0303 pending. Cylinder 3 misfire detected. And that sucks. So my guess is it needs a coil pack. I see that the head gasket is the valve cylinder gasket. The valve cover gasket is probably leaking. I think it has a few other oil leaks. I knew that going in, but I didn't know about the misfire. So that's kind of annoying. And hopefully it's not a serious issue and it's just those coil packs. This is a coil pack here on this engine. And all the spark plugs attached to that one coil pack. It is very serious interference fit to get to it. It's not the worst I've seen, but there's a connector in the back that I honestly can't figure out how to disconnect. My guess is the coil pack needs to be replaced. Anyway guys, I am going to start doing some work on this thing. It was missing 2 oil pan bolts to hold the oil pan on, and I've already done that. That's pretty much the only thing I've done to this Jeep so far. What I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to grease all the fittings I can find under this Jeep. I found about 10 so far, and the previous owner has not been greasing it. I got the grease gun loaded. I got a creeper we just bought at Harbor Freight. Time to get under there and find as many grease fittings as we can and get this thing greased. And now it's wet because it rained, and that'll be fun.
As you can see, folks, Grasson is indeed under the Jeep.
Yes, I am.
He has had some complicated time with some of these fittings.
Some of these fittings, the grease fittings, are not accessible. They're blocked by stuff. So we're gonna have to change the fitting so it has angled fittings so we can actually grease them. I just found one more.
Kadoki. Yeah.
I see the problem with the anti-lock brakes, I think.
Yeah.
These sensors look awful. And the rotor hub assembly it's just rusted bad. They're gonna need to be replaced.
Okie dokie.
There's no question. Well guys, may not look it, but this is jacked up. I thought for sure I was gonna see play in this wheel, but there isn't any. And I don't hear anything real bad in there. Same on the other side. That's not good because I thought for sure that was my problem. Just gonna have to dig. Front tires are off. Here we go. Got the rotor off. That's the hub. They actually don't seem all that bad other than the grease that's flying around. I'm starting to think that the rear brakes may be the problem. And I think everything up here is probably okay, except for the fact that the ABS is not working. Well, good morning, everybody. It's a little after 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, early. I'm gonna work on the Jeep. Been working on the front here. I've been trying to decide what to do, what not to do. We're gonna clean up all the brake parts. I'm gonna try and get new ABS sensors and cables for the front and probably for the back for later on. But none of the stores are open, so I gotta do something else. So what am I going to do? Well, this thing has a cylinder 3 misfire, which we believe has something to do with the spark plugs and the coil. So I'm gonna try to do that. You talk about a pain. Let's see, what time is it? It's now 5:43. Been at this for about an hour and a half. And I just got the coil off. They had broken the latch that holds this on. There was no way to disengage it. So I had to break the part around the coil to get it off the wiring harness. Yeah, not cool. Spark plug number 1 out, and we got problems, or at least we got problems we can identify. The gap on this thing is way too big. That's been working the coils way too hard. That will cause misfires. This is cylinder 1. Oh! Here's the gap it's supposed to be. And it's probably 30 to 40% bigger than it's supposed to be. This is my largest feeler here, and it goes through it like nothing. That's what's causing these coils to burn up. Moment of truth. I think that's the biggest gap. It's almost twice the gap it's supposed to be. There's our problem. Our coil was probably fine, but our spark plugs were overgapped. Every single last one of them. No more misfire. That was our problem. That was right. Putting that coil pack in, oh my God, that was a pain. I had to do it twice. I think we found the problem though, didn't we?
I think so.
Maybe.
We hope so.
She's holding the brake so I could undo the lugs. I forgot to loosen them. She's up on jack stands on the back. And here, I'll take this off. Check this out. Oh, let go of the brake. Hear that? So we're gonna get the wheel off of that, look at the parts, and we're probably gonna run down to an AutoZone and get whatever bearings and stuff we need. Probably gonna end up doing brakes. I have no idea. We'll see. No, these haven't been opened in a long time.
Yeah, that's what you were saying, and taking it off. So.
Here's the situation. I've not done these before, not by myself. So to get the bearing, you have to remove the half shafts. And to do that, you have to get to the clip that's in the differential. And that I've definitely never done before. So we're gonna try to get all the tools together to do this and all the parts. I'm not looking forward to this. My back's really hurting. I'm trying to walk around, flex it out a little bit before I get down there and start tearing on the differential. Something I could do in the meantime is pop this air filter box open, take a look at that, because I have a new air filter down there, and something to do. Something that I don't get along with, rubber gloves. I've ripped both of these trying to put them on. Oh, well, that didn't help. It's not even connected. Well, we'll have to address that problem. There we go. Oh man, it's just plugged. Look at that. This appears to be a, it's like that material you have to put the oil on. That stuff's crap. It messes up your throttle bodies and that kind of stuff. I am putting a Wix back in it. But before I do that, I am going to vacuum out this box. I'm glad I bought a filter for it. And I'm very glad they didn't delete the air box and put one of those aftermarket round filters on there. Don't do that. Just don't do that. All right. Okay. I believe this thing will be a lot happier with a new air filter in it. But we now have a new air filter. And that old air filter, oh my God, what a mess. No flow through that anymore, barely. That's been probably starving a lot of the power. All right, that little task is done.